All right, what's up, guys? Chocoser here, and we're back with another Secret of Mana Randomizer Seed of the Week. This is number 194, and we have a vanilla long seed for this weekly. We have 6 flags as well, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. Starting off, we have a girl start, so we will be starting off with Prim. Restrictive logic, as always, swapped bosses, which means the bosses are randomized. Highest chest drops and many chest traps are self-explanatory, and find both characters at current level, also self-explanatory. So nothing too crazy this week. Pretty much gonna be like a standard seed. Hopefully, it depends on where everything is, obviously, but this shouldn't be too crazy or shouldn't take like 2 hours to complete, hopefully. But let's see. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. All right, Prim start. Let's see. I kind of want to try something different here. Good. Yep. All right, starting off with the spear today. Go ahead and check out what's on it. Beast, agility, and ice. Not bad. It is mini chest traps, so that's kind of annoying when we're trying to get money. But if we happen to find Sylphid, we can use that to disarm traps. Okay, Fire Seed is nice. We'll take that. Water Seed in a warm place. Could be Fire Palace. Probably is Fire Palace, actually. Okay, Magical Armor. Chest Guard. Chest Guard is nice to see. Very solid mid-game armor worth $1,000. We're just gonna go straight into our hints right now. We're not gonna bother Dave splitting any bosses right now. Alright, boy and a castle. Okay, so the boy could be in Northtown Ruins. I'm sorry, Northtown Castle rather. Or could be in the Treasury. Or boy could be on girl. Alright, Undini's late. We're not going to open any of these treasure chests because they most likely have traps in them. Alright, 5 elementals needed for the Grand Palace. Okay, that's also good to know. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oops. That's okay, though. I think we're good. We're just gonna... I think I could just land back there anyway. Yeah, I didn't mean to call Flamey there. That was my bad. Okay, let's be careful around those guys. Okay, Midge Mallet in a cave. Apparently, we didn't miss much as far as hints right there. You know what? I kind of just want to go Empire after this. After we check everything here in Guy's Navel. Oh, the free checks anyway. Like I said, we're not going to bother with bosses right now. Oh, okay, there's the Sprite. Awesome. Alright, Sprite on Watts, and he came with the gloves. Excellent. He was on these things. Alright, Beast, Intelligence, and Fire. Alright, so more than likely I'm going to be leaving those gloves on him. Alright, Salamander required for Earth Palace. Good to know. Should probably check that shop too. Alright, there's the javelin. Con confuse. Circlet, Ruby Armed, Power Wrist, Spiky Suit. Okay, this is actually a pretty decent shop. Excuse me. We check Magic Rope, and then I'm gonna try something different here. Alright, 1200 gold is nice. We take that. Yeah, I think we just go back down here and grab those power wrists actually. I want to force that glove too, I really do, but it has intelligence on it. Alright, so we're gonna pick up 2 of these, 1 of these. Yeah, I think it's fine. Give you that, give you that. And have this. We are going to rope out. We're gonna check the hint at Kuiper real quick. See what it is. You would walk up. Check this for any cheap helmets, maybe. No. Okay. Tiger bikini in that shop, though. Okay, Earthseed is late. Again, we're looking for cheap helmets. We're looking for stuff like hair ribbons, frill caps, golden tiara even, although I don't have enough for 2. I'm also going to check girl here. Okay, Luna's in a chest. That's nice. Maybe I shouldn't though. Because chances are I'm going to be doing Pandora Ruins anyway. I don't know. I probably should have saved too, but that's okay. Ooh, Windseed. Okay, we take that. We will definitely take that. All right, here's what we do. We are going to go Lighthouse into Empire. That's what we're doing. We're going to try a different route here. And more specifically, we're going to go Lighthouse into Mirror into Northtown Castle. And then Northtown Ruins after that. Okay, there's our Earthseed. We just got a hint for that. Lighthouse is considered a late game area. 3 seeds already. Yeah, we're gonna try hitting up Empire early here and see what comes out of it. We know the boy's in a castle too. All right, Sword Orb. Probably should check this shop though. Again, we're looking for cheap helmets. Okay, there's Rabbit Cap. Fancy overalls are here. Golden vest is here. This is actually a really good shop. I probably should have got that Rabbit Cap now that I think about it. But I really don't want to jump the gun just yet. Alright, Javelin is early. We already have that. Okay, Quill Cap is good. We take these. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy those. I'm glad I didn't buy that Rabbit Cap now. We can't get anything else though. Yeah, Quill Cap is good. We take that. Alright, so we are good on armor right now. We're in a decent spot. We'll check Northtown Castle. See what's there. Then we check Ruins. We head to Ice Country after that. Level 2, that's fine. Okay, there's the boy. And it looks like he came with the sword. Okay, that's a trap. That's a trap as well. Alright, we got money from that chest though. Maybe I should have got a power wrist for him as well. I'm gonna bank on getting 200 gold here. Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. What is on this sword? Agility confuse. Okay. The agility actually helps for the trap chests. Yeah, let's watch out here. Boy doesn't have armor. And werewolves, if you don't have armor, are pretty scary. They can be. Especially if they manage to pin you up against a wall. Alright, gold key. They pin you against a wall or some kind of hard object. And we don't want that happening. Let's see. Northtown Ruins, we checked that. We can actually check the chest in Light Palace as well, since we have the key. So we can route that in too. Ow. Still no elementals. Yeah, I gotta watch boy's health here. Okay, there's Luna. Luna's good. Although Luna doesn't help much when you don't have any offensive elementals. At least for the sprite, anyway. Luna is fantastic for the girl, though. Alright, we're getting silence here, unfortunately. There we go. There's Sylphid. Sylphid is actually really nice to have because, one, we have an offensive magic spell. Two, we can now disarm traps. We're going to go ahead and check the back chest here. Yeah, I got silence too. Yep. Oh, these owls, I swear. Ah, freaking silence. It wears off at the most annoying times. Like when you're trying to enter through a doorway and then it wears off and then you end up going the opposite direction. That is so annoying. Moon seed. Wow. Okay, so 4 seeds already. All right, we're gonna go Gold Isle here. Check the Light Palace chest. Should probably check the shop here as well. Yeah. Okay, headgear, golden vest is here, spiky suit, we grab one of those right now. Might as well grab that as well. And that way the boy will have something to work with. Alright, Jab Orb. Genie's late. Okay, Wind Seed, we already have that. Bubble Orb. Four seeds, Sylphid, Luna. We're in really good shape right now. I don't want you fireballing me, buddy. Alright, there's Salamando. Okay. Let me think. I think I'll go... Matango. Into Mandala. Ooh. Yeah, Coon Caps are here. That's good. I can't afford 3 though, unfortunately. Got 1. I want to get 1 for the boy at the very least. One for the boy. I think the other one goes to the girl, I think. So she has the weaker chest armor right now. So we'll compensate for that raccoon cap there. And from here we go to Matango and the Turtle Isle and the Tasnica. Oops. We can also check Fire Palace out of logic as well, but I'm not going to bother. Okay, we've seen Coon Caps, we've seen Power Wrists, we've seen Ivy Amulets, we've seen chest guards and golden vests and fancy overalls. I don't think I need to check any more shops at this point. Alright, what do we got here? Nothing. Also nothing. Needed Undini. Okay. Nothing there either. Needed Sylphid. We have Sylphid, so that's good. Whip is mid. Okay, Whip is mid is actually a very good hint because mid-game areas, there are a few mid-game areas that are whip locked, which means the whip cannot be in those locations. So that narrows down the search. Total Isle. And it definitely narrows down our search for the whip because we've already checked all the free spots in Empire, which means the whip could be on any of the bosses there. It could be also on the Wind Seed pedestal. It could also be in Moogle Village. And there's also the Salamando Oven as well as Triple Ton Pole. So those are the spots that the whip can be. And behind the Sea Hare Tail. Because I do think that turning in the Sea Hare Tail is counted as a mid-game check, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong though. Okay. Dryad in the mountains. Dryad could also be required. You don't know. Let's see. Undini's late. Dryad's in the mountains. We have Luna. We don't know where Lumina is. We have Salamander. We have Sylphid. We also don't know where Gnome is either. Okay, there's Shade. And a Boom Orb. Okay, Shade is good. You know what? I'm actually going to turn in the Wind Seed here. And the reason why is because I want to look for the Whip. And not to mention, we can level our spells to level 4. And then blast through any bosses for a little bit. Alright, that's Snapdragon. Okay, our Salamander magic is level 0, unfortunately. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Alright, Axe Orb. Okay, nothing and Axe Orb. Alright, so we are going to, let's see, level up our Salamander here. I should level your dang analyzer up as well. I really should. At least get it to level 3. And this is just in case I need to farm later. I'm trying to think what my next play is. Genie's late. Oh, my bad. Dryad is in the mountains. We don't know where Gnome is. We don't know where Lumina is. I'm honestly considering going Pure Land here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. I want to try Pure Land out. Although, Boy doesn't have Ring. I hope we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Let's try Pure Land out. We can also attempt to turn in the Moon Seed too, but we'll do that later. I think I want to chase Undini. Because we know Undini's in a late game area. And we know she's required. So yeah, let's check Pure Land. Mech Rider. Okay. Probably should go Dark Force here, but that's fine. And we're doing fine with Fireball. And he's dead. Yeah, I'm gonna try this Pure Land play here. This early Pure Land play. In an attempt to find Undini. And anything else that I might need here. Alright, Bozorb. Light Seed. Okay, Light Seed is actually pretty interesting because it is... Where am I? It is possible that Undini could be in the Light Palace at the pedestal. Okay, Blue Dragon, but we don't have Gnome, unfortunately. So we're just gonna stick with good old Fireball. It. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I would rather just follow what hints are given to me right now. We also need to find the whip at some point, but the whip we can pretty much narrow down to several locations in mid-game. Spear orb and spear orb, okay? And we also need to figure out what other elementals are required too. But really, we can figure that out if we find Gnome and Lumina. And Dryad. Vampire? Yeah. Yeah, let's just throw fireballs at him. Oh, it's Buffy actually. Okay. Dead. Yep. Yeah, I really like this Pure Land play. I want to see where this goes. Light Seed was at Dragon Worm, so I might just end up following that because we have the gold key as well. Okay, Boom Orb and Spear Orb. Nothing so far other than the Light Seed. It's right leveled. I'm actually gonna attempt to get some cash here. Because I'm gonna need it for some armor upgrades later on. It's an herb. That's an herb. 900 gold. Okay, we take that. Dark Lich. Again, we throw fireballs. Actually gonna start throwing air blasts here because my fireball is at level 5. Got him. You can always tell if Dark Lich is in this location by the little glitched out. You see how glitched out my screen is right now. If you see all these dots on like the outside of the arena, then Dark Lich is on this map. Yeah, Dark Lich kind of glitches this map out. Alright, Whip Orb and the bow. Okay, bow is decent, I guess. Okay, Sprite, are you leveled? You are not. Okay, let's drain real quick. Okay. The ghost actually drained 6 of my Sprite's MP, but we didn't give it time to register the MP loss. Okay, this is Gorgon Bull. Okay. And then after we get through here, we're gonna check more late game areas. Sword Orb. Oh, Dini is here. Oh, wow. Okay, so this actually was the right play then. Okay, here's what we do. We're gonna actually drop a save here. And we're actually going to save split Blue Dragon and the Mana Tree and see what's on them. Okay, wall? Yep, wall face. Okay, let's try Fireball. Should be dead, right? Oh, you're not. I definitely need to upgrade my armor after this, because we are still carrying around like spiky suits, power wrist. Boy doesn't even have an armband on. I mean, we're not getting hit, so Axe Orb and Sword Orb, okay. I really got freaking silenced. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would get silenced. Alright, so let's see. We have Undini. I think the next play is to chase the whip, because we know the whip is obviously required to beat the run, and we need to find that. We know the whip is mid, and as I said earlier, the whip cannot be in certain mid-game areas. Not to mention, we've already checked all the free spots in Empire and in Ice Country. We've already been to the Wind Palace, we've been to Moogle Village, so this whip could be... well, let me figure that out. I'm gonna go to Southtown real fast. See if I can upgrade the boy's armor. I'm pretty sure we saw fancy overalls here earlier. We also saw golden vest as well. I don't have the money for golden vest, I don't think. Well, I have enough for one, but I'm not gonna buy golden vest right now. We can sell this off for now. I also should probably get a chest plate for the girl too. Yeah, we'll go with this for now. We'll go with this. Actually, I probably shouldn't have bought that. That's alright though. That's okay. I actually need it. We saw chest guards in Poto's village as well. But we're gonna wait for now. Alright, so let's see. We can count out Upper Land because we already checked Moogle Village and the Wind Palace, and the whip cannot be at Moogle Village. Or not Moogle Village, I'm sorry, Flammy Cave. So I'm thinking maybe I'll check Ice Country. I know what I can do though, which I said I was going to do earlier, is follow the light seed. So we're going to do that next actually, before we chase the whip down. Since I'm already here. I'll follow the light seed and see what we get from it. We're pretty much safe splitting the Light Palace right now. All right, who is this? Axbeak. My freeze is level 0, but should still be pretty decent here. Okay. Yeah, so if there's nothing here, we chase the whip. I think the worst case scenario is the whip is sitting at vampire. That's probably the worst case scenario. Did you not get MP? Oh, I was going to say. All right, vampire. Damn, did that fireball do 580 damage? No way, right? That was probably 2 fireballs put together. I know vampire is not weak to fire, he's weak to light. Level 5 fireball shouldn't be doing that much to anything unless it's weak. Alright, let's see what this is. Axe Orb. Gnome. Okay, Gnome is actually huge because that narrows down what's required. Okay, let's see. We are going to chase the whip. Trying to think. Triple Ton Pull. Salamander Oven. Salamander Oven is a nice quick check, actually. Eh. Yeah, I'm thinking to check Salamander Oven. We're going to save split it, though. Because I'm almost sure that the whip is behind a boss. It has to be. We just don't know which boss. We've got it narrowed down to 6 different locations that the whip could be in. Or 7, actually. Like I said, worst case scenario is sitting at vampire spot. Okay, Spring Beak. So Thunderbolt. Should be dead. Yeah. Oh, I just realized I had freaking no magic. Oh well. My no magic isn't leveled up, but whatever. I could have just used Gem Missile on that guy, but that's fine. Not worried about it. Alright, Spears Orb. Okay, Whip is here. That's actually probably the best spot it could be in. It's still missing Lumina. I'm gonna drop by Potos and pick up some chest scars for these two real quick. Especially the girl, because she's still sitting on her dang kung fu suit. And I do want to get her off of that. Boy has fancy overalls, so he's okay. Yeah. So that. So this. Coon caps. I should probably get one for Sprite too. And get him off that full cap. All right, so let's see what's our play here. We don't have Lumina. We don't know what else is required either. We have the whip, so let's go to Grand Palace and figure this out. Let's figure this out. If Lumina is required, then we need to find her. If Dryad is required, we know where Dryad is. Although we don't have the axe. So in order to get Dryad, we need to find the axe. Because Dryad, we know, is in the mountains, and all mountain locations are axe locked. Okay, that's Luna, which we have. Go ahead and speed up Boy here while I'm at it. Okay, so Luna is required. So it's Gnome. I am really glad I followed that light seed, actually. Okay, so there is a chance that we are actually in go mode, but we don't know that yet until we figure out what that last element is. Go fit. Okay. Genie. As long as we don't run across a Lumina room or a Dryad room, then we're good. Otherwise, we will have to find either of those elementals. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot this. Alright, Java Orb. Okay. So far, so good. Salamander. All right, we're good. That's that. Sure, why not? All right, so Salamander is our last elemental. So we are officially in go mode. Excellent. All right. Yeah. So we lucked out. Go ahead and drain Sprite here. With any luck, we might be able to sub out the seed, but I don't know. It's going to be pretty tight, I think. neck. Big brother? Yep. Big brother. Got something for you. I'll go ahead and refresh speed up here. Nice. Alright, Tropicalo. I'm just gonna go ahead and toss fireballs on him. Ow. Alright, he's dead. This route was actually pretty godlike because I decided to chase Undini. We knew Undini was late in a late game area. Hero Land has the most check density out of any late game area. So I figured I'd start there. Not to mention our levels were pretty low, so we can kill the bosses pretty quickly. Yeah, I need to drain here, yeah. I mean, this proves that hints are very powerful. If you can just focus on your hints, focus on what you need, and focus on check density. Although check density sometimes doesn't work out in your favor because, I mean, Vando's going to Vando, obviously. But usually, I mean, the odds are in your favor that if you check a place that has higher check density, then you are going to find what you need. Mathematically speaking. But like I said, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Alright, I'm actually going to get some walnuts really quick. And this is just in case, you know, either I screw something up, which sometimes I do, or we run into like a gigas of some sort. Let's see, we don't. Yeah, I can get that, but I'm not going to. 3 walnuts, that should be good enough. Not gonna worry about forging our weapons. We don't need to at this point. I also, before I forget, I also need to level up my shade magic before it gets too late because I am going to be needing it against Mana Beast. And Dread Slime, of course. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is just spamming Dispel on the way to Buffy. I'm going to start doing that right now. Oh, I'm getting slipped. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like metal crawlers, or not metal crawlers, but trap flowers rather, are in Captain Duck spot. Which means there's going to be 2 more on the way to Buffy. Make sure I don't run myself out of MP too. Okay, level 3 is good enough for now. We should be good now. But yeah, as I was saying, hints are very powerful if you just follow them. And check higher density check locations. Okay, we're just gonna blow this guy up. I think I need 2 fireballs. I think. Unless I roll low. I did not mean to cast that. Oops. I meant to cast speed up there. That's alright though. And then chasing something that you find in a high density location is, I'm not going to say is always a good idea. It's like I said, I mean, it's randomizer. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And when I used to run my seeds for Free Enterprise, that's what I would usually do, is just to check locations that had key items. And I would follow said key item into, some other key item. In other words, it becomes a chain. I probably cast too many dark forces right there. You did? No. Okay, I actually want to get rid of that. But I'll talk more about that in my synopsis at the end. Looks like we are not going to be sub-houring this seed, which is just fine. Here's hoping my speed up doesn't run out on the way to Dark Lich, which I don't think it will. It's only level 1, so it might. Nice. Ooh, watermelon. Okay. Let's just throw Dark Force on it. My freeze is only level 2, so I might as well just use this. And this magic absorb is gonna drain him dry, actually. Yeah. 36. That should be it, right? Oh, maybe not. Okay. That's more HP than I thought. There we go. Needed one more. All right, so we should be getting around like a 10, or like a 102, 103 maybe. Also depends if I do my chain casting correctly here. Oh my, dang, Sprite didn't level. Flashbang warning. I think I got it. Yep. Perfect. All right, GG, he's dead. He's dead. Now see, why can't I do that during the dang speed run? Why can't I do that? That was almost perfect chain casting right there. That's what you want to do during the speed run on this fight. Is you want to keep him in place. And those of you who saw my latest speed run video, our PB is now 125. 125.57. I'm sorry, 125.56, I should say. And I explained at the end of that video that I did not do my chain casting correctly because, you know, stuff happened. But that's what you want. You want to keep the Mana Beast right there. You want to have some way to just keep him in that position. All right, 103.36 is our time. Yeah, so this route was actually really good. We got our freebies, we got our hints, and then we just followed the hints that mattered. Like the Undini hint, for instance. Undini being late game and Undini being required for Grand Palace. That means you need to hunt her down. So that tells you you need to search late game areas. What's the area of late game that has the largest amount of checks? Pure Land at 7. So why not start there? We had 4 seeds or 5 seeds. I don't remember how many seeds we had at the time, but we had a lot. We also had a Sprite. We also had a cutting weapon. We had Sylphid, we had Luna, we had all the tools to just blast through those Pure Land bosses And I think we were only, when we landed there, I think we were like level 4, level 5, something like that. So the bosses don't have much HP. Why not just go ahead and plow through them? It won't take you long at all. Especially when you have, 3, 4, 5 mana seeds, you have an offensive elemental, you have Luna, you don't need walnuts. If you're careful, you don't need walnuts anyway. Just go ahead and do it, you know? There's no other area, there's no other late game area, I should say, in the game that has more checks than Pure Land. I mean, yeah, one could say Sunken Continent as a whole, but Sunken Continent has requirements. Like, you need the whip for the Grand Palace chest, you need the axe for 2 checks in Sunken City, technically 3. That's what, 4. Then you have the Dryad Seed turn in, that's 6. Hexa Spot makes 7, Watermelon makes 8. Okay, so yeah, you can technically argue that Sunken Continent has more checks than Pure Land, but like I said, Sunken Continent has a bunch of requirements. Axe needed for Sunken City, Whip needed for the Grand Palace chest, Dryad Seed needed for the Dryad Seed turn in, unless it's basic logic. Yeah, so what's after that is Pure Land at 7 checks. All you need for Pure Land is the sword. That's all you need, which we had. The boy came with the sword. So I figured, you know what, let's just check late game. Let's just check Pure Land, see if Undini's here. And if not, oh well, we'll go to some other late game place. We found the Light Seed, we found Undini, and I think that's all we found in Pure Land, as far as I remember. I don't think there was anything else there that was significant. I think we found the bow as well. The bow, of course, not significant. So then my thought process was, okay, I got the Light Seed, I have Undini, we know Undini's required, so we can check that off the list. We can follow the Light Seed because we have the gold key. The gold key was free. So I figured, you know what, I might as well follow this and see what it leads to. It could be a chain. And the Light Seed led us to Gnome, which ended up being required. Now, there is a world where I could have went to Grand Palace and checked, at the very least, the first 2 orb rooms and see what else was required in addition to Sylphid and Undini, which we already knew from hints. The first 2 rooms were what, Luna and Gnome. So if I would have went there just for information, I would have learned that Luna was required, which we already had. Luna was free. And Gnome was required, which we didn't have at that time. So after getting Gnome, I decided, you know what, let's just chase the whip, because we know the whip obviously is required to beat the run, and we know the whip is in a mid-game area. Several mid-game areas are whip locked, which means the whip cannot be in those spots. Fire Palace Pedestal, or Fire Sea Pedestal rather, Frost Gigas, Flamey Cave, all of those places cannot have the whip because they require the whip to get to them. So that leaves what? All of Empire, which we checked the free spots earlier during our freebies run. We also checked Santa's house. We also checked Moogle Village, and we also turned in the Wind Seed. All of those are mid-game checks that we did not find the whip, so what does that leave after that? That leaves the Empire Castle bosses, the Northtown Ruins bosses, Salamander Oven, and Triple Tonpole, and Sea Hairtail, which we didn't have the Sea Hairtail. So my thought process was, okay, I would rather not go back to Northtown Ruins, and I would rather not go back to Northtown Castle unless I absolutely have to. Salamander Oven is most likely the quickest out of those checks between, Metal Mantis, Mech 2, Vampire, Doom's Wall, Triple Tonpole. Salamander Oven is a quick save at Total Village. If you want to save split, you don't have to save, but you can if you want to. Salamander Oven is basically landing at the village, at the ice village there, walking up and then killing the boss. That's literally all that check is. It's what? Not even 30 seconds to get there. So that's why I decided to check that first over the other checks that were left. Lo and behold, there was the whip. And then my thought process was, okay, we have a whip, we have a cutting weapon, we have Undini, we have Sylphid. Let's go to Grand Palace and see what else we need. We learned Luna was required. We already had Luna. Gnome was required. We got Gnome from the Light Palace. And then we just go through there to find out what that last elemental was. It could have been Salamander, which it was. It could have been Shade, which we had. It could have been Dryad, which we knew where Dryad was. Or worst case scenario, it could have been Lumina, which we had no idea where Lumina was. Also, I think I can say Dryad would have been a bad case too, because we needed the axe and we don't know where the axe is. So yeah, we never found the axe. And Dryad being in the mountains means that Dryad is locked behind the axe. Every mountain check is locked behind the axe. That includes all of Dark Palace and Doppelgangers. Both of those spots are locked behind the axe, or locked by the axe. But the thing is, we knew where Dryad was. Thankfully, it turned out to be Salamander, which we already had, and that's how we got Go Mode. So I think I routed this pretty well. I'm not sure about the checking Empire chest early like that. I mean, some people do. I find it's a little slower than what I usually do. Like, I usually go like Gaia's Navel into either Moogle Village or Lighthouse, depending. And then do something like, if I'm going north to Moogle Village, I go to Matango, Santa's House, Ice Palace, stuff like that. Or if I decide to go south from Pandora, I'll hit up Lighthouse, Ice Country. And then, depending on, hints and whatnot, I'll change it up. But I feel as though that route was pretty efficient. I mean, I don't know. It seemed slow in the beginning, but it worked out in the end. But yeah, just follow your hints, folks. I mean, hints are very powerful even after the nerf. They are still very powerful as long as you can, make the most of them. You make the most of your situation. You have the tools to make checks, to kill bosses very quickly. You have a sprite. You have several mana seeds. You have the girl available. You have the boy. You don't really need the boy, but he came with the sword. So technically, the boy, unless the axe is sitting behind, I don't know. I mean, can the axe be sword locked? I don't think so, because Flaming Drum wasn't a logic. I mean, Flaming Drum wasn't logic, I should say. So I don't think the axe would have been sword locked. So technically, the boy wasn't required because I'm assuming the axe was not locked behind the sword. I don't think it was. So, anywho, 1:03:36 is our time. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that in right now, actually, and see where we stand. I know not all the other runners have done this seed yet, because it is Monday when I'm running this seed, so who knows? I'm pretty sure, like, I know a few of the runners like to run the seed on the same day it comes out. I try to run the seed on either Sunday or Monday and then upload it on Friday. interesting times here. Got a couple of forfeits as well. Hmm. Very interesting. Seems like a few of the runners had some issues with stuff. Hmm. All right, so anywho, 103.36 is our time for this seed of the week, number 194. We are 5 weeks away. I'm sorry, 6 weeks away from the 200th seed of the week. And hopefully they make this 200th seed of the week special, but I don't know. Depends if they have Maribot roll it, or it depends on, if someone that doesn't run the seed of the weeks roll the seed or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this seed. I mean, it's not a difficult seed, honestly. It's one of those seeds where if you check your free checks, you're given so many good starting tools. You're given mana seeds, you're given a sprite. If you check God's Navel, you're given a boy with a sword, so you have a cutting weapon. You're given all of that for free. So you're given what else did we get free? Luna, Sylphid, Shade was free as well. So like I said, you're given several tools to work with, and then it all comes down to just following your hints and then executing. All right, so I will see you guys next time.